Good afternoon. First, can we please give it up for these remarkable honorees? I mean, it is impossible not to be completely filled and inspired by your stories and by your work. And it's an honor to be in your presence. And it's really good being back in Oxford as well. I actually did my grad school years here at Oxford, and it's a place that I learned that some of the best conversations that you're going to have are actually not going to be in the classroom. They'll be in the pubs. And it's a place that I also learned that warm beer does not get better with time, no matter how hard they try. But I really am. I'm excited and I'm humbled and I'm honored to be here with all the members of the Skoll community, and I'm thankful to both Don and Marla, because not only are you remarkable leaders, but I'm thankful to also call you friends. And so bless you both for your leadership and all you continue to do for the community. And it's great because this is a community that is truly on the front lines of change. A community that's focused on fixing what's broken and transforming our world. And each and every one of you, in many ways, you remind me of why I got into government in the first place, because I wasn't always destined for public office. I'm the son of a single mom who didn't get her first job that gave her benefits until I was 14 years old. I felt handcuffs on my wrists by the time I was 11 years old. And I've never held public office until now. So my presence here is pretty improbable. But as the only African-American governor currently serving in the United States of America, and also only the third in the history of the United States of America. And as someone who is now responsible for 6.2 million people and close to a $500 billion economy. But the truth is when I reflect on how I arrived at this work that I'm in right now, I'm brought back to this community. I'm brought back to the world of philanthropy. I'm brought back to the world of social entrepreneurship because this was my community long before I decided to run for public office. This is the community that fueled my spark. I felt that spark when I ran one of the largest poverty-fighting organizations in the United States, working in partnership with many of you in this room. I felt that spark when I was a social entrepreneur myself, founding and building a social enterprise that helped underserved students make it to and through college. I felt that spark when I deployed to Afghanistan with the US Army, when I served in the White House, and when I wrote books on the issues of race and equity and opportunity. That's the spark that often brought me to conferences like this one. And I remember sitting in the audience in conferences like this, and we'd hear politicians and we'd see them come to stage, and I remember thinking to myself, wow, these guys have no idea what they're talking about. But because some of them would get up and they'd talk about how government was the only way to get stuff done, right? And some would come up and they'd talk about how government could never get anything done at all. But those of us who are actually in the audience on the ground doing the work, we knew that neither was true. That government can't solve all of our problems, but government can actually bring people together to come up with the solutions. And to be able to unearth the fact that in many communities the solutions were already there, they just need to be lifted up. And government can reshape the systems that are causing the brokenness in the first place. I remember when I ran Robin Hood, which is a poverty-fighting organization, we raised and we invested over $600 million in philanthropy just during the time that I was the CEO. And the reason that we funded food insecurity organizations is because there were so many people who were food insecure. The reason that we funded schools is because many of our children were not getting the education that they needed to prepare them for the world of now or for the jobs of tomorrow. So when people would say to me, they'd say, I believe that poverty is a choice. I'd say, you know what? You're right. But it's not the choice of the person who's sitting with the oppressive weight of poverty on their shoulders. No one wakes up in the morning and says, man, this poverty thing is cool. It's a societal choice. It's a policy choice. It's a choice of how much pain are we willing to watch our neighbors endure. The climate crisis is a policy choice. Disparities in healthcare is a policy choice. Inequality and the racial wealth gap, that is a policy choice. And I entered government because we wanted to offer some new policies. Policies that could do more than paint over the cracks, but policies that could actually fix the foundation. Policies that could build a coalition of the public sector and the private sector and philanthropists and mechanics and nurses. People who know that we do not have to solve these issues one at a time, but we need to solve them all at once. Because that's the only way you deal with a societal breakdown, is by actually instituting a societal build-up. And I have a true belief that we can actually get there, because I've seen the hope in the communities that we serve with my own eyes. Because, listen, I ran for governor. When I ran for governor, I traveled all across my state. And whether someone was from the city or from a farm or from the suburbs, everyone understood the challenges that we were facing. But they didn't reach out to me to offer criticism. They wanted to be part of the solution. Yet so many often, the same folks didn't know how exactly to serve. And as governor, my team and I, we are working together to make sure that people understand how they can be part of the process. That's how we create change. That we can create change by actually bringing people together to serve. And it's why I'm incredibly proud of the fact that one of my first acts as governor was to create a new agency in the state of Maryland called the Department of Service and Civic Innovation that brings people together and will headquarter our collective mission to recruit volunteers to help fix what's broken in our state and in our world. Engineers who want to build seawalls to protect our communities from the impacts of climate change and rising sea levels. Lawyers who want to donate their time to give the formerly incarcerated individuals a fresh start at life. Social entrepreneurs who want to not just help build a more just and equitable future, but who want to build it now. All the people that we want to recruit are going to be important, but the secret weapon are our young people. Young people who are not waiting for permission to change the world. Young people who want to get involved now to solve big problems. And that's why we are so proud of this state that actually, as of 2 days ago, Maryland is going to be the first state in this country that will provide a service year option for every single high school graduate. So after high school, students can go on to college, they can go to trade school, they can join the workforce, they can join the military. Well, in the state of Maryland, we got another option. You can have a chance to serve your neighbors and serve with your neighbors. Because service will save us. We're going to recruit young people to help solve the challenges in our communities, and we'll see to it that they have these opportunities because there is much more than unites us than actually divides us. And because people who serve together they'll stay together. And we aren't telling our young people how to serve. You can serve in conservation, you can serve in education, you can serve in housing, you can serve in reentry work for folks who are coming back from incarceration. You can serve veterans. It is your choice. We just want to make sure that we are offering that pathway and a chance to make our state better and to give young people a path to do something that makes their heart beat a little bit faster. That we want to give them a chance to light that spark. To light that spark that's going to help that young woman over in West Baltimore, or to help that young man over in the Eastern Shore. That spark to help that child of a single mom, like me, to see more than what was just directly in front of them. But we need people to join this coalition. A coalition that believes in our young people and actually believes in the power of service. And that's why today I am asking and I'm calling on the Skoll community to become partners in this work and to make this world a better place with us. Because in the state of Maryland, we're already doing things differently, as people are seeing very quickly. We're already moving with a different set of ideas. We're already moving at a different pace. And the truth is, we are just getting started. I want Maryland to be the best place in the world to change the world. I want this to be a place where everybody can participate in the movement that we are building, where no problem is too big to solve because we are actually solving it together. And when the next chapter of our story, of our state and our country and our world is written, I want all of your hands on the pen. I want all of your ink on the page. I want your names on that cover. Because I believe deeply that together we can write a story unlike anything that anyone has ever written before. That this is the time and this is the moment. And so I want you to be bold. I'm just saying I want you to be bold in Maryland. And I want you all to come on to Maryland. Because I know right now, in this moment, we are ready and we are excited and we are eager to be your partners in the work. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you, for being unafraid, for looking these challenges in the eye and saying we're ready, and for knowing that this is our time to leave this world better than the way we found it. Bless y'all, and thank you for all you continue to do. Thanks so much.